Welcome to our channel. In our daily lives, we're often faced with situations that trigger an immediate emotional response, whether it's anger, frustration, or anxiety. However, reacting impulsively to these emotions can lead to regret and unintended consequences. Stoic philosophy teaches us a powerful alternative: to train our minds to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. By cultivating self-awareness and emotional control, we can navigate challenges with a calm, rational mindset, turning potential setbacks into opportunities for growth. In this lesson, we will explore how the Stoics developed this practice and how you can apply it to create a more balanced and resilient life. Every day we encounter situations that test our patience and self-control. Whether it's a difficult conversation, an unexpected setback, or a moment of frustration, our initial instinct is often to react without thinking. This can lead to unnecessary conflict and emotional turmoil. But what if we could train our minds to respond calmly and thoughtfully, instead of reacting impulsively? This is where the wisdom of Stoic philosophy comes into play. The Stoics believe that while we cannot control external events, we can control how we respond to them. By mastering this skill, we can achieve greater peace, clarity, and resilience. In this lesson, we will explore 7 practical steps to train your mind to respond, not react, according to the principles of Stoic philosophy. Pause before responding. Take a moment to breathe and gather your thoughts before reacting to any situation. This simple pause can help prevent impulsive reactions and give you the space to choose a more thoughtful response. Recognize your triggers. Identify the people, situations, or emotions that typically cause you to react impulsively. By becoming aware of your triggers, you can better prepare yourself to handle them with a calm and measured response. Practice mindful observation. Develop the habit of observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. This mindful awareness allows you to detach from your initial reactions and view situations from a broader perspective. Challenge your immediate thoughts. When faced with a triggering situation, ask yourself whether your immediate thoughts are rational and aligned with your values. This helps you question automatic reactions and replace them with reasoned responses. Use Stoic affirmations. Remind yourself of Stoic principles, such as, "I control how I respond, not what happens to me," or "This too shall pass." These affirmations can ground you and guide your responses in challenging moments. Reframe the situation. Try to see the situation from a different perspective. What lesson can you learn? How can this challenge help you grow? Reframing helps shift your mindset from reacting emotionally to responding thoughtfully. Commit to continuous practice. Training your mind to respond rather than react is a lifelong journey. Commit to practicing these techniques daily, and over time you'll notice a greater sense of control and peace in your interactions. In every moment, we are presented with choices that shape our thoughts, actions, and ultimately, our destiny. The Stoics understood that while we may not have control over external events, we have absolute control over how we choose to perceive and respond to them. This is the true power of choice. Recognizing this power can liberate us from the grip of external circumstances and empower us to live in alignment with our values and principles. In this lesson, we will delve into 7 key aspects of the Stoic understanding of choice and how you can harness this power to live a more intentional and fulfilling life. Understand what you can control. The first step is to distinguish between what is within your control and what is not. According to the Stoics, our opinions, desires, and actions are under our control, while external events are not. Focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. Choose your perspective. Every situation can be viewed from multiple angles. You have the power to choose a perspective that empowers you rather than one that limits you. By reframing challenges as opportunities, you can transform adversity into a source of growth. Select your response. No matter what happens, you have the choice of how to respond. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment to consider a response that aligns with your values and principles. This choice can turn a negative situation into a positive outcome. Embrace accountability. Accept responsibility for your choices and their consequences. By owning your actions, you strengthen your sense of agency and avoid falling into the trap of blaming external circumstances for your situation. Cultivate inner freedom. True freedom comes from the ability to choose your own thoughts and actions regardless of external pressures. By practicing self-discipline and mindfulness, you can develop the inner freedom to remain calm and centered, even in challenging situations. Practice deliberate decision-making. Avoid making hasty decisions based on emotions or impulses. Take the time to weigh your options and choose the path that best aligns with your long-term goals and values. Deliberate decision-making leads to more fulfilling outcomes. Commit to your values. In every choice you make, strive to act in accordance with your highest values. This commitment will guide your decisions and help you live a life of integrity and purpose, regardless of external circumstances. In the fast-paced world we live in, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle, losing sight of the present moment. We often find ourselves distracted, reacting to external events without truly experiencing them. Mindfulness, a concept deeply rooted in both Stoic philosophy and modern psychology, offers a path to reclaiming our awareness and living with intention. By cultivating mindfulness in daily life, we can break free from the autopilot mode, respond to challenges with calmness, and find greater peace and fulfillment in every moment. In this lesson, we will explore 7 practical steps to integrate mindfulness into your daily routine, inspired by the teachings of the Stoics. Start your day with intention. Begin each day by setting a mindful intention. Take a few moments in the morning to reflect on how you want to approach the day. This could be a focus on gratitude, patience, or simply being present. Setting an intention helps you anchor your mind and guides your actions throughout the day. Practice deep breathing. Throughout the day, take a few moments to practice deep breathing. This simple exercise can help you ground yourself, reduce stress, and bring your focus back to the present moment. It's a powerful tool to use whenever you feel overwhelmed or distracted. Engage fully in each task. Whatever you are doing, give it your full attention. Whether it's eating, working, or having a conversation, immerse yourself fully in the experience. Avoid multitasking and resist the urge to rush through activities. By being fully present, you enhance your focus and enjoy a richer experience. Observe your thoughts and emotions. Cultivate the habit of observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Notice when your mind starts to wander or when certain emotions arise. Simply acknowledge them and gently bring your focus back to the present. This practice helps you develop a deeper awareness of your inner state. Practice gratitude. Take time each day to reflect on what you are grateful for. It could be the small joys or the challenges that have made you stronger. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what you have, fostering a more positive and mindful outlook on life. Mindful listening. When interacting with others, practice mindful listening. Give your full attention to the person speaking without interrupting or planning your response. This not only enhances your relationships but also helps you become more present and compassionate. End the day with reflection. Before going to bed, take a few minutes to reflect on your day. Review your actions, thoughts, and emotions. Were there moments when you were fully present? Are there areas where you can improve your mindfulness? This reflection helps you learn and grow, setting the stage for a more mindful tomorrow. In Stoic philosophy, the concept of virtue is central to living a good and fulfilling life. Virtue, which encompasses qualities like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, acts as the guiding principle that shapes our thoughts, actions, and responses. When we cultivate virtue, we develop a strong moral compass that enables us to respond thoughtfully and intentionally to life's challenges, rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. By aligning our actions with virtuous principles, we create a mindset that is resilient, rational, and compassionate. In this lesson, we will explore how the 4 cardinal Stoic virtues can help you develop a responsive mindset and navigate life with greater clarity and purpose. Wisdom, understanding the bigger picture. Wisdom is the ability to see things as they truly are and make decisions based on a clear and rational perspective. It allows you to step back from immediate reactions and consider the long-term consequences of your actions. By cultivating wisdom, you can make more informed and thoughtful choices, responding to situations with a balanced mind. Courage, acting in accordance with your values. Courage is not just about facing external challenges, it's also about having the strength to stand by your values and principles, even when it's difficult. A courageous mindset helps you respond to adversity with integrity, rather than reacting out of fear or anger. It empowers you to make decisions that align with your true self. Justice, treating others fairly and compassionately. Justice involves treating others with fairness, respect, and empathy. When you prioritize justice, you create a responsive mindset that considers the impact of your actions on others. Instead of reacting impulsively in conflict situations, a just person strives to respond in a way that is fair and compassionate, fostering harmonious relationships. Temperance, exercising self-control and moderation. Temperance is the virtue of self-control and moderation. It helps you manage your desires and emotions, preventing you from overreacting or making hasty decisions. By practicing temperance, you can maintain a calm and balanced state of mind, allowing you to respond to situations with clarity and poise. Developing emotional awareness. Virtue teaches us to be aware of our emotions without being controlled by them. By understanding the role of emotions in our decision-making, we can use them as information rather than letting them dictate our actions. This emotional awareness is crucial for responding mindfully rather than reacting impulsively. Aligning actions with principles. A virtuous person acts in accordance with their principles, regardless of external circumstances. This alignment helps you stay true to your values even in challenging situations. When you base your responses on virtue, you ensure that your actions are consistent, rational, and grounded in what you believe is right. Practicing daily reflection. Reflecting on your thoughts and actions at the end of each day allows you to assess how well you lived according to your virtues. This practice helps you identify areas for improvement and reinforces your commitment to cultivating a responsive mindset based on virtue. Over time, this habit strengthens your ability to respond thoughtfully in any situation. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of personal growth and effective decision-making. It involves a deep understanding of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, enabling you to recognize how they influence your reactions to the world around you. For the Stoics, cultivating self-awareness was essential for achieving inner peace and developing the ability to respond wisely, rather than react impulsively. By becoming more aware of your internal state, you gain the power to choose your responses intentionally, rather than being driven by unconscious habits and emotional triggers. In this lesson, we will explore 7 key strategies to enhance your self-awareness and master your responses, allowing you to live a more deliberate and fulfilling life. Observe your inner dialogue. Pay attention to the thoughts that run through your mind, especially in challenging situations. Are they positive, negative, or neutral? By observing your inner dialogue, you can identify patterns and beliefs that influence your responses and begin to shift your mindset towards a more constructive and calm approach. Identify your emotional triggers. Become aware of the situations, people, or events that trigger strong emotional reactions in you. Knowing your triggers allows you to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally, so you can respond with calmness and clarity instead of reacting impulsively. Practice mindful breathing. Use mindful breathing to center yourself in the present moment. When you notice yourself becoming emotionally reactive, take a few deep breaths. This simple practice helps create a pause between stimulus and response, giving you the space to choose how you want to respond. Reflect on your past reactions. Take time to reflect on past situations where you reacted impulsively. What emotions were driving your response? What could you have done differently? Reflecting on past experiences helps you gain insight into your behavioral patterns and equips you to handle similar situations more mindfully in the future. Cultivate a non-judgmental attitude practice. Observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Instead of labeling them as good or bad, view them as information about your inner state. This non-judgmental attitude helps you accept yourself as you are, reducing the tendency to react defensively or with self-criticism. Engage in regular self-reflection, courage. Acting in accordance with your values. Courage is not just about facing external challenges, it's also about having set aside time each day to reflect on your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Journaling can be a helpful tool for this practice. By regularly reflecting on your experiences, you deepen your self-awareness and learn to recognize the subtle cues that influence your responses. Align your actions with your values. Self-awareness also involves understanding your core values and using them as a guide for your actions. When you are clear about what matters most to you, you are more likely to respond in ways that are aligned with your principles, rather than being swayed by external pressures or emotional impulses. Life is filled with events that are beyond our control. From unexpected losses to unforeseen challenges, we often find ourselves at the mercy of circumstances we never anticipated. The Stoics teach us that while we cannot change these external events, we can control how we respond to them. This is where the concept of Stoic acceptance comes into play. Acceptance is not about resignation or passivity. It is about acknowledging reality as it is and choosing to respond with calmness, clarity, and wisdom. By practicing Stoic acceptance, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and learn to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. In this lesson, we will explore 7 key principles of Stoic acceptance and how they can help you cultivate a more peaceful and empowered mindset. Acknowledge what you cannot control. The first step in Stoic acceptance is to clearly distinguish between what you can and cannot control. You have control over your thoughts, actions, and attitudes, but not over external events or other people's behaviors. By focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot, you can release unnecessary anxiety and frustration. Embrace the impermanence of life. Everything in life is temporary: people, situations, and even emotions. Embracing this impermanence allows you to appreciate the present moment without clinging to it. It helps you accept changes and losses with a sense of calmness, understanding that they are a natural part of life's flow. Practice the art of negative visualization. Imagine the worst-case scenario, not to dwell in fear, but to prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. This practice, known as premeditatio malorum, helps you accept that setbacks and challenges are a part of life. When they do occur, you will be better equipped to handle them with equanimity. Detach from outcomes. While it's important to set goals and work towards them, it's equally important to detach yourself from the results. Stoic acceptance involves doing your best in any given situation and then letting go of the need to control the outcome. This detachment reduces stress and helps you accept whatever happens with a sense of peace. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Stoic acceptance doesn't mean passive submission. It's about seeing every challenge as an opportunity for growth. When faced with adversity, ask yourself how you can use this situation to develop your character or learn something new. This mindset shift transforms obstacles into stepping stones for personal growth. Respond with inner calmness. When confronted with difficult situations, practice responding with calmness and composure. Take a moment to breathe and reflect before reacting. This inner stillness, cultivated through acceptance, allows you to make decisions from a place of clarity and wisdom, rather than being driven by emotions. Cultivate gratitude for what is. Acceptance is deeply connected with gratitude. Instead of resisting what is, practice being grateful for the present moment, even if it is challenging. This attitude of gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking or wrong to what is present and valuable, fostering a more positive and accepting outlook on life. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage your own emotions, while also being able to navigate the emotions of others. It plays a crucial role in how we perceive and respond to life's challenges, and it's a core component of Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believe that our emotions are not inherently good or bad, but rather it's our response to them that determines our well-being. By cultivating emotional intelligence, we can better control our reactions, communicate more effectively, and build stronger, more resilient relationships. In this lesson, we will explore 7 principles that can help you develop emotional intelligence through the lens of Stoic philosophy, enabling you to live with greater inner peace and wisdom. Understand your emotions. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. Start by recognizing and naming your emotions as they arise. Are you feeling angry, sad, anxious, or joyful? Understanding what you feel is the first step towards managing your emotions and not letting them control you. Separate emotion from judgment. The Stoics teach that our initial emotional responses are natural, but it is our judgment that intensifies or alleviates them. Practice distinguishing between the raw emotion and the story you are telling yourself about the situation. This separation helps you view the situation more objectively and respond rather than react. Pause before reacting. When you feel a strong emotion, take a moment to pause and breathe before reacting. This pause creates space between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose a thoughtful and measured response instead of an impulsive reaction. This practice is key to developing emotional regulation. Empathy. Understanding others' emotions. Emotional intelligence is not just about managing your own emotions, but also understanding the emotions of others. Practice empathy by putting yourself in others' shoes and trying to see things from their perspective. This will help you respond with compassion and foster deeper connections in your relationships. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you experience difficult emotions. Instead of criticizing yourself for feeling a certain way, acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Self-compassion helps you navigate emotional turbulence with a sense of calm and acceptance, making it easier to regulate your responses. Cultivate resilience through adversity. Emotional intelligence involves the ability to bounce back from setbacks and failures. Use challenges as opportunities to build resilience. Reflect on past difficulties and how you overcame them. This reflection strengthens your emotional resilience, allowing you to face future challenges with a steadier mindset. Use rationality to guide your emotions. The Stoics emphasize the importance of using reason to guide your emotions. When you experience a strong emotion, ask yourself whether your response is based on facts or assumptions. Challenge any irrational beliefs and replace them with rational, constructive thoughts. This process helps you maintain emotional balance and respond wisely. Mastering your responses is not a one-time effort, but a lifelong practice. The Stoics understood that cultivating inner peace and wisdom requires consistent dedication and self-discipline. Life constantly presents us with challenges and provocations, and it's easy to fall back into habitual reactions that are driven by emotions rather than reason. To truly master your responses, you need to commit to regular practice, much like training a muscle. By consistently applying Stoic principles, you can develop the ability to remain calm, focused, and resilient, regardless of the circumstances. In this lesson, we will explore 7 practical strategies for integrating consistent practice into your daily life, helping you build the mental strength needed to master your responses. Start your day with Stoic reflection. Begin each day by reflecting on the Stoic principles you want to embody. This could be a brief meditation, reading a Stoic text, or setting an intention to remain calm and composed throughout the day. Morning reflection sets a positive tone and prepares your mind to respond wisely to whatever comes your way. Use daily reminders to stay grounded. Incorporate reminders of your commitment to mastering your responses into your daily routine. This could be through affirmations, quotes, or physical objects that remind you to stay centered. These reminders act as mental cues, helping you stay mindful of your responses throughout the day. Practice mindful breathing. Whenever you feel emotions rising, take a moment to focus on your breath. Slow, deep breaths help activate the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing stress and giving you a moment of clarity. This simple yet effective practice helps create a pause between stimulus and response, allowing you to choose your reaction consciously. Embrace the power of pausing. Before reacting to any situation, practice the art of pausing. A brief pause allows you to assess the situation and choose your response wisely, rather than reacting impulsively. This consistent practice helps you build the habit of responding with thoughtfulness and intention, no matter the circumstances. Review and reflect on your day. At the end of each day, take a few moments to review how you handled different situations. Did you respond in line with your values and intentions? Reflecting on your successes and areas for improvement helps reinforce your commitment to mastering your responses and provides valuable insights for future practice. Learn from setbacks and failures. Understand that setbacks and failures are part of the learning process. When you slip into reactive behaviors, don't be discouraged. Instead, use these moments as opportunities to learn and grow. Analyze what triggered your reaction and think about how you can handle similar situations better in the future. Cultivate patience and persistence. Mastery requires time and patience. Don't expect immediate perfection. Instead, focus on making small, consistent improvements each day. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remain committed to your practice. Over time, you will notice that your ability to master your responses becomes stronger and more natural. In a world that often demands instant reactions, cultivating patience is an essential skill for mastering your responses. Patience allows you to create a space between stimulus and reaction, giving you the time needed to consider your actions wisely. The Stoics recognized that patience is not a passive quality, but an active practice of enduring difficulties, controlling impulses, and maintaining inner calm amidst external chaos. When we rush to react, we are more likely to be driven by emotions such as anger, frustration, or anxiety. Patience, on the other hand, enables us to respond with clarity, purpose, and wisdom. In this lesson, we will explore 7 principles that highlight the importance of patience in response training and how you can incorporate it into your daily life to achieve greater self-control and peace of mind. Understand the value of deliberate response. Recognize that a well-thought-out response is always more effective than an impulsive reaction. Take the time to consider the possible outcomes and implications of your actions. By valuing the quality of your response over the speed, you train yourself to be more patient and measured in all situations. Practice. Active waiting. When faced with a provoking situation, practice the art of active waiting. Instead of reacting immediately, take a moment to observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This intentional pause helps you gain perspective, allowing your initial emotional response to settle before choosing a more thoughtful course of action. Use breathing techniques to calm the mind. Deep, mindful breathing is a powerful tool for cultivating patience. When you feel the urge to react, take several deep breaths to calm your mind and body. This simple practice helps you slow down, reduce stress, and create the space needed for a more composed response. Set intentions for patience daily. Start each day by setting an intention to be patient in your responses. Remind yourself that there is no rush to react, and that thoughtful responses lead to better outcomes. By consciously setting this intention, you prepare your mind to handle challenges with greater calmness and deliberation. Embrace discomfort as a teacher. Patience often requires enduring discomfort without immediately seeking relief. Whether it's the discomfort of waiting or the tension of unresolved conflict, see these moments as opportunities to strengthen your patience. Embracing discomfort teaches you resilience and helps you build the capacity to stay composed under pressure. Reflect on the consequences of impatience. Think back to times when impatience led you to react hastily, causing regret or unnecessary conflict. Use these experiences as reminders of the cost of impatience. By reflecting on past consequences, you reinforce your commitment to practicing patience and choosing more thoughtful responses. Cultivate empathy and understanding. When dealing with others, patience is crucial for building healthy relationships. Practice seeing things from their perspective and acknowledge their struggles or limitations. Empathy allows you to respond with compassion rather than frustration, strengthening your connection and reducing reactive tendencies. Patience is a powerful tool in response training, enabling you to act from a place of wisdom rather than impulse. By integrating these principles into your daily life, you can develop the inner strength to remain calm and composed, no matter the circumstances. Remember, patience is not about passivity or inaction. It is about taking the time to choose your response carefully and intentionally, leading to more effective and harmonious interactions with the world around you. In our fast-paced world, the ability to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively is a crucial skill for maintaining inner peace and resilience. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while we cannot control external events, we can control our perceptions and responses to them. By cultivating mindfulness, practicing self-reflection, and embracing the principles of Stoicism, we can develop a more measured and rational approach to life's challenges. This transformation empowers us to act in alignment with our values, fostering a deeper sense of calm and clarity. Ultimately, training our minds to respond rather than react not only enhances our personal well-being, but also strengthens our relationships and contributes to a more harmonious existence.